Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Walk 12 podcast. If you're tuning in on YouTube or any of the podcast directories, make sure to do yourself one teeny tiny little favor and make sure to give us a follow because I don't want you to miss out on any of the amazing episodes I got coming up. So without further ado, let's get right into another Road to Wealth episode. So according to USA Today article, right, that came out in June 2025, Americans are roughly $1.2 trillion in credit card debt, right? And it sucks to say that I'm part of this reason. I went from Mr. Points and Miles to Mr. Overdraft fees and card declining in literally a couple years, man. I was on cloud nine when I first got into the credit card game. I was getting approvals left and right. Credit score was jumping. I had like a 770 at one point, and now my credit score is awful. But we'll get more into that. Again, welcome to another episode of Road to Wealth. This is the series where I'm documenting my step-by-step journey of becoming debt-free. Currently in a whole lot of debt, and I'm digging myself out of the hole that I built. And so I'm taking you guys along for the ride. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Today is, at least at the time of this journal entry, July 29th. So last episode's journal entry, if you guys remember, was July 8th. So it's been about 21 days, exactly 3 weeks since I last recorded a video or at least journaled a video. And I went to Guatemala in between. July was a very busy month personally. Didn't get much done professionally, especially because in Guatemala I didn't have much Wi-Fi. So last time I said I was going to do some things. But before I cover that, I want to talk about where I'm at with my credit cards because we went back in the wrong direction. The interest rate and the got to me. And so here's where I'm at with all my debt currently, right? My Chase Sapphire Preferred card, I'm at 4,809.21 cents. My Chase Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card, I'm at 4,958.01 cents. Bank of America card got 44,740.46 cents. My Amex Everyday card got $6,733.31, right? I'm bringing my total personal debt up to $21,240.99, which is up $339.56 from July 8th, right? So I'm going in the wrong direction. The debt kind of increased a little bit. Now on the business side of things, right? I got the Chase Ink Cash card that's at 4,570.22 cents. The Chase Ink Unlimited is 3,360.31 cents. The Amex Everyday cards at 10,097.76, and the Marriott Bonvoy Business Card at 10,146.84 cents, bringing my total business debt to 28,175.13 cents. And then my that is up $430.20 from July 8th, bringing my total debt to 49,416.12 cents, which is up $769.76 from July 8th. So I'm up pretty much more in $769 more in debt than I was in my last journal entry. So let me talk to you about something that kind of came up between last journal entry and this one. So I got a call from email specifically from Bank of America saying, hey, if you need help with payments or something like that, please give us a call, and we want to discuss some options with you if you may be potentially interested. So I gave them a call and got on the phone with this company called Money Management International. They're a debt consolidation company that is partnered with Bank of America. I did some looking into them with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, for anyone that doesn't know, has a deep research feature, and so I had to do some deep research and pretty much scour through the internet across like sources like Trustpilot and Bankrate, and reading reviews on the what's the thing, the BBB, Better Business Bureau, I think it's called, right? All these different sites that are credible to see what this company is about, and they came out pretty legit. Again, make sure to do your own due diligence, but they seemed pretty legit to me. So I got on a phone call with them and talked to this one representative, and he was talking to me about what they could potentially do for my debt consolidation. And here's what they came up to. So right now, at the point of this journal entry, my monthly payment is around 1,590, right? 1,590. So $1,590 per month is what I'm paying in credit card bills, credit card payments. So let me do some mathematics for you guys, so you guys get an understanding. So the debt consolidation company, MMI, Money Management International. So MMI, their first month with their fee, which is a one-time setup fee, comes out to 1,214, and then from months two on, it's 1,144. So just to do some math, my currently am paying 1,590, right? And then the difference between that and 1,144 is $446, right? So after month one, right, my monthly payments will decrease $446. Now, how do they do that? Well, the main reason that's possible is because they close the credit cards, and they become no longer usable, right? But by doing so, the interest rates on the cards also significantly drop. Now, I'm not gonna lie. My first thought was that is going to suck because I'm Mr. Points and Miles. Like, what do you mean I gotta close all my credit cards, right? So my ego definitely was like really hurt at the thought of like, damn, I did all this just to have to come crashing and burning and start fresh. But then again, like one of the things I always learned is, right, you can't take away skills. You can take away my money, you can take away my cards, you can take away everything, but you can't take away the skills that I've learned. And so even though I'll be closing it, I'll be able to get my, especially once my credit score build up, I know exactly what I need to do to get myself back up to where I need to be, right? The next thing is my Marriott status. So two of my cards are Chase Marriott. Is the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card and the Amex every Marriott Business card. And those cards each give me 15 nights elite credit. And I was scared if I lose those two cards that then I won't be able to retain my platinum status, right? But right now I'm currently titanium, but I don't think I'm renewing titanium for this year. There's too many nights, and I don't have enough money to spend another 30 nights in hotels for the rest of the year. That's a lot of traveling, and so restarting my Marriott status, or at least not being able to hit at least platinum status, will be annoying. But then I could always reapply for the cards once I get back to where I need to be. So that is the one part that's like, like I really don't want to lose that. Um, and it just, I don't know. It just at first when I'm on the phone call, again, this whole debt consolidation stuff is new to me. So I started watching videos, and one thing that I've learned is, sometimes it's great to strike the iron while it's hot, right? It's important to sometimes make decisions right then on the spot, right? They always say like rich people make decisions quickly and change their mind slowly. Poor people make decisions slowly and change their mind quickly, right? So there's a time and a place for making quick decisions, but when it comes to stuff like this that I'm not informed on, I definitely want to make sure I do my own due diligence, right? And not just make an emotional, irrational decision. So I started looking up YouTube videos and looking into different debt consolidation options and stuff like that. And so there's like debt consolidation loans. There's stuff like this program where it's like, they'll take care of your payments. And essentially how it works, from what I understand, is I'll be sending my money to making payments to MMI, and then MMI, they're going to then make the payments to the individual cards and handle all the payments from there. And so the I guess benefit is that, again, they make sure that all the payments get paid, and because of their relationships, they're able to negotiate the interest rates down to borderline nothing. That way, most of my um, payment actually goes towards principal, not interest. The next benefit is, again, if my monthly payments go down to $446, that's an extra $446 that I can then put towards making payments to my card. And I called them a couple days ago. So again, at the time of this is July 29th when I made this journal entry. So it's a little bit past that when I'm actually recording this. But I spoke to them again, and they pretty much said like, hey, um, if you wanted to make additional payments, you could do so, and you could tell us where you want the payments to go. So like, I'm like, all right, cool, that's perfect, because I would just make extra payments to my personal cards. That way, I can get rid of that debt as soon as possible, right, and wipe that clean. And then from there, then the only thing though is that I would have to make a big payment, right? That 1214, I have to pay that all up front. And at the time, I did not have the money, so I was like, let me hold off and let me come back to you August 15th. Let's set up a time to reconvene. And so that is where I'm currently at. I was, at least at the time of this journal entry, still on the fence. Wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to consider it, but I was like, this could potentially lead to a good opportunity for me to really start paying my cards down more aggressively and help me save some money. That is all for this update. In the next one, I'll share a little bit deeper as to where I'm at with the debt consolidation and where I'm at with my journey. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Road to Wealth.